We've almost lost count. As we celebrate a world reborn, darkness is growing. Each day wasted brings us closer to ruin. I've lived through this cycle, and I know this time it will be different. Together, we will crush this evil at its source. Forever. Dominaria cannot wait, and neither will we. How many times can you rebuild from apocalypse? On Dominaria, we've almost lost count. As we celebrate a world reborn, darkness is growing. Each day wasted brings us closer to ruin. I've lived through this cycle, and I know this time it will be different. Together, we will crush this evil at its source. Forever. Dominaria cannot wait, and neither will we.
Look around you. War is coming. You fought for Dominaria before. Stood against impossible odds and won.
This isn't my fight anymore.
This is everyone's fight.
I've moved on. I'm not the hero. You remember?
You have to be. Evil is taking root. But this time, you won't be alone. Heroes are rising. Legends of the past and future. Join us. Remember who you are. You belong with us. You are a planeswalker.
How many times can you rebuild from apocalypse? On Dominaria, we've almost lost count. As we celebrate a world reborn, darkness is growing. Each day wasted brings us closer to ruin. I've lived through this cycle, and I know this time it will be different. Together, we will crush this evil at its source. Forever. Dominaria cannot wait, and neither will we. lost count. As we celebrate a world reborn, darkness is growing. Each day wasted brings us closer to ruin. I've lived through this cycle, and I know this time it will be different. Together, we will crush this evil at its source. Forever. Dominaria cannot wait. And neither will we.
Tut.
Hi, welcome back to Szczecin to RPTQ weekend. My name is Piotr,
Hey, my name is Michał.
and we are currently in the fourth round of the 5-round LCQ. After this fourth round of Swiss, there will be fifth, and then we will have a top 8 for the invitation.
For the invitations,
Yes.
sorry, I just brain freezed for a second. Yes,
Yes.
The winner of this LCQ will get an invitation to the tomorrow's RPTQ, which will held as well here in Szczecin, and the winner will need to take two people, two friends to play in the team event. So this is very special RPTQ and very special Pro Tour, the 25th anniversary, very unique and one of a kind. So everyone who's attending, is having a big hopes about this tournament. So yeah, very tense atmosphere, I would say. Everyone wants to win, of course. And what do we have here? On the future match, we will have the two people with a 3-0 record. We will see in a second the deck lists of both players. In the background I see two players. It's Jan Pruchniewicz and the gentleman who was playing the last round with the
Mono red deck?
no, he was playing white, blue.
No, that's the mono red.
That was the mono red.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So Jakub Grefling against the Wojciech Grabowski. So
Yes. So Jakub Grefling is playing the blue-black mid-range deck.
okay, and the gentleman on the left, Wojciech, is playing
Control. Always.
blue-white
White.
approach.
Yes, he always plays control as far as I know him.
And so the blue-black mid-range deck against the control decks in the first game really depends what he's playing in the main, but
I would say
the matchup is even in the first game, but in the second game, after the blue-black deck is deploying more control and anti-control spells, the matchup is getting tougher for the control white-black control player. Okay, so Doomfall for the Jakub, very good start. He sees the Wojciech's hand, and what do we have? We have a disallow, blink of an eye, settle the wreckage, and Teferi, and of course the land, but he cannot target the land. So my wild guess will be the Teferi, since Jakub doesn't have the clean answer on the hand for Teferi. Okay,
Takes
he's
disallow,
taking
okay.
disallow. Well, I mean,
he must have a plan because if Teferi resolves,
Yeah, and
it's very difficult
It's-
to get rid of it.
in my humble opinion, it's a mistake. But if Jakub has the Vraska's contempt on hand, that was a good play, and he has it. Okay,
All right.
I apologize because I was thinking that he doesn't have it. So he wanted to deploy the Scarab God and having permission to do that.
So a blink of an eye will
Yeah.
return it to Jakub's
So
hand.
even though if Wojtek is now want to put the Teferi on the battlefield, Jakub will have the clean answer for that.
Okay.
So
So he resolves the Teferi. He will go up, presumably.
Yep.
Draw a card, untap 2 lands, say go.
Okay,
And
approaching the Wojciech's hand, so he has his finishing card already. Okay, and
Now the question is, does Jakub know that he's playing against approach? Because
I
he
c-
might think
you
that
know-
he's playing against just blue-white.
you know, if Wojciech has the how this is hieroglyphic illumination. Okay, that's the card. If I see such a card with cycling, my first guess is the approach, since
Okay.
such a drawing engine as hieroglyphic illumination is a little bit worse than
Glimmer.
So that means that he wants to dig for the approach if he cast one. So yeah,
Okay.
that would be my guess.
That makes
of course.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
I see that Jakub just played the Field of Ruin. Okay, he has the second one. I wanted to say again that it's a mistake, but he has the second Field of Ruin in the hand, so that's okay. If my opponent has the Ascanta, I don't want to show him that I have the such card as Field of Ruin, so he can transfer the Ascanta, and then I can put the Field of Ruin and try to destroy this land. So yeah, but he has the second one in the hand, so that's
Champion
fine.
of Woods was met with a Syncopate, which exiles upon resolution, so it will not be coming back anytime soon.
Yeah. So if you have the Scarab God and Liliana, what do you want to deploy first?
I really have no idea, but my first guess would be Liliana.
Okay,
Because
so
then you...
okay, and
Something happened, but it's fine. So, my guess is Liliana, because as you plus Liliana, you fill out your graveyard. And then the Scarab God can really benefit a lot from having lots of creatures
but
in the
having
graveyard.
the Scarab God
Active.
unanswered is more important. So I would play first Scarab God. I would try to take out the counter spell, and then play Liliana and minus Liliana and get back the Scarab God
zombie,
from
yeah.
the graveyard. That would be. I
Your
guess
plan, okay.
better play. And as we see, Jakub was thinking the same and casted the Scarab God. Wojciech has only Teferi, only Teferi. Yeah, Teferi
resolves.
minus on the Scarab God. That's obvious play. He needs
Two
to
cards.
delay the active Scarab God as long as he can, because Scarab God will take the game very fast.
Oh, that's a Vraska's contempt. Okay, we might have a game here. But then again, there is this approach coming, which can be shuffled away. So, we are still not out of the woods when it comes to this matchup.
Okay, that's obvious Vraska contempt right now on Teferi, in my opinion.
He should do it, yeah.
Yeah.
There is no better spot because what is he going to play? Does he have main deck Spell Pierce or Negate? We don't.
The approach decks
Don't
sometimes they play negates, and I see that Wojciech has one negate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, the approach deck wants to have some answers, so some cheaper answers than disallow. So that's totally normal, I guess. I think that having more negates on sideboard is better option, but yeah.
So Ascanta transformed into the Sunken Ruin. Now Wojtek can dig 4 cards deep every time, just for 3 mana. and the tap of the Scanta.
Yeah,
land.
very powerful card if flipped.
Yes, and
But yeah,
it can
Jakub
help you look for your approach.
Yeah. Okay, Jakub is not destroying Ascanta. I don't know.
Because if he destroys a Scanta, he activates Endurance Pause, takes the approach, and he wins on the spot. He needs to wait until
But
Wojciech.
Did not cast. Okay, he did cast. Okay, so
Yeah.
I just missed that. I just missed that.
Yeah. Now let's see what about this Liliana. Will it resolve? Will there be an Ascanta activation? No, it does. It just resolves. Okay. It's going to start filling the graveyard, making zombies.
Scarab God and Fatal Push in graveyard.
Okay. I can work with this. Fatal Push is the kind of card that you want to see in your graveyard in this kind of matchup. Okay, Liliana was met with a cast out. Was that a land? Yes, that was a land. Now it's very important for Jakub to pay attention where in the deck exactly the approach is, and given the fact that he actually has 2 Fields of Ruin, he can make sure that it's going to get shuffled.
Okay, but he had the opportunity to do it right away. He casted the approach of the second sun. Wojciech would grab the. Okay, so anyways.
Yeah, we were just... Okay, okay, so maybe there were some mistakes made. Nobody's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, in my opinion, the blue-black deck is very good against any control decks if they have like 4 Duresses and Doomfalls in the sideboard. That's a very powerful engine against the any control deck. So
however, this player actually chose to have the sideboard geared against aggro decks more likely, because we see 4 copies of Gifted Etherborn, 2 Essence Extraction, Yehani's Expertise. Those are really not the cards that you want to bring in against such a deck. So the only cards that I think are of any value here are Deadeye Tracker, Negates, Duresses, Jace Defeat.
yeah, Jace Defeats might play. Actually, I don't like this this list. I prefer something more disruptive after the sideboard.
Yes, because now it's just more of the same, but I just took out some removal spells. It might not even be good because as you can see in the sideboard of Wojciech Grabowski, he actually transforms into kind of a Benalia deck.
He might do that, but I'm not sure if that's the plan for him. I guess he's bringing more negates from the sideboard and Sorcerer's Spyglass against the Scarab God.
Yes.
That's my 2-3 cards that I'm 100% sure. Going into creature heavy, I'm not sure. The Benalia.
And we have a look in. Sorry,
Yeah.
we have a look in at Mono Red versus Grixis Control. It's Esper Control,
Esper Control.
by Jan Puchniewicz. This is a beauty to behold. So just watch. Okay, you were saying about Benalia and
Yeah, I guess the Benalia and Knight of Grace are the great card against the red decks and the very aggressive decks, and I bet that he will leave those cards in sideboard against the UB mid-range deck. So, but maybe he's thinking something else, and he will decide to put some creatures. But against the Scarab God, it's not the best solution. So, yeah.
So how about this deck? How about this Esper Control list?
It's very interesting. It's a control deck with the Scarab Gods, I would say. But I see that Jan is playing the Vraska's Contempt, so he's quite heavy on the black mana. Not the very typical list for the Esper. Normally the Esper decks were just splashing black to put some Scarab Guts in, but I see that Jan just went a little bit deeper and decided to have Vraska's Contempt in the sideboard and or maybe in the main deck to have the better answers against the Guts like Hazoret.
Well, he goes all in because he plays Torrential Gearhulk, he plays the Fairy. He's doing it all. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and mind you, this is the first game of these two actually, because they had a deck check before this round
All right. So
to make sure.
so okay. So Jan is main decking the Vraska's Contempt. Very interesting.
Yes, he is. He is.
7 cards
Yep.
in graveyard for Jan.
He's main decking Vraska's Contempt, 4 of them.
Okay, so this is like heavy black Esper.
Yeah.
Maybe he's splashing the white color for the Teferi actually.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
that would be it's a UB with the white, the splash of
Teferi.
white. Yeah. So
Blue Black Teferi deck.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Jan having very strong answers against any spells, but no treats on the battlefield yet. Jan is cycling, and I guess we are going back to the first match.
Yes, to our main feature match. So let's see how these two will. Oh, it's more shuffle cam.
Yeah,
I guess
Jakub-
Wojciech is happy with his hand. Jakub is going to take a mulligan.
Yeah.
So we can go back to the red deck. Red, bring us red. Give
Where
us
is red? Where is red?
Red is bad.
Okay. As we said earlier, that mulliganing with the red deck is not the end of the world. You can cast faster Hazoret if you're lucky enough, you know. So against any deck, fast Hazoret is a good option.
And look how streamlined this deck list is. It's just four copies or 2 copies. No,
No anything in between.
nothing in between. Just 3 shocks.
Yeah. So he has like 11, one
1 mana spells.
one mana
yeah.
spells. You know, that screams for a very fast deck. And hey, I want to end the game as quick as possible. So
Yes, yes. He should be happy that there is no Chalice of Avoidance then.
lucky him.
Lucky him, yes. But there are some Chalice of the Voids playing in the background because we also have a modern tournament
Yeah.
with lots of cool decks, lots of very, very much known players, not only in Poland but also in the worldwide scene.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Very nice prize pool in the modern challenge. Actually, it's a 1,300 euro approximately in cards like Foreign Cavern on Souls,
Horizon Canopies,
for Horizon Canopies, yes,
Scalding Tarns.
Scalding Tarn. So great prizes in cards provided by the Paprykarz team. So. It's a sin to not play such
Yeah.
a great,
And we are sinning.
fruitful, tournament.
We are sinning right now. Okay, so Jakub was happy with his 6.
And
but
look,
it's a 2-lander.
I-
And look, there are knights.
I eat my words, Piotr. So, Knight of Grace on the second turn for the control player.
Hexproof from black.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe 2 of the
And
Knight
no
of the Grace.
second land for Jakub. That spells disaster against the control deck.
Okay, he has Duress. Why he's not trying to?
Because he resolved a negate before. He's trying. Maybe he's holding up negates. He's valuing negates over. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not. It's not something that says I win. Now he's free to do anything.
Okay, and
now
now-
he can resolve it to Fairy.
Yes.
It's game
So
over.
yeah.
Unpunished.
Yeah.
Draws a 3rd land finally on his 5th turn. It's an 6th turn actually. It's an Ether Hub. 1 energy for him. And Champion of Wits. Let's see if he can find more. Let's see if it resolves.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
It does.
And he found more lands. All right.
Okay, he keeps Chupacabra in the main deck. I mean, it's something is noise, you know.
Something is not.
Exactly.
You know,
Uh,
well, it's a bear.
yeah,
It's an overcosted bear.
yeah.
Chupacabra beat downs.
That's a leak, in my opinion. If you play against such a deck as blue white approach,
And
you
look
don't
at
want
that.
to you don't want to have
Missed his land drops for 4 turns and discarded the If No Dead land.
well,
There are some
optimistic. He's very optimistic guy, I guess.
yeah, there are some faults in logic here, but it's okay.
He knew that another one
Yeah,
is coming,
exactly.
so that's totally justified.
Yeah, it was calculated.
Yes.
I don't know what we were talking about.
And now he can play Chupacabra and do
Or
not.
maybe finally duress on the 4th turn.
Yeah. He can play Chupacabra, which will do nothing.
Yes.
Okay, now he's playing Duress,
Yes. Turn
which
4.
will get negated. Sorry, disallowed.
Wonder if there is a Teferi. Just round the corner.
Okay, he's attacking with the Knight of Grace. I mean, the champion. This is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mistake after mistake. Why do you want to put pressure with Champion of Wits if you are at 12 life and you are behind? You know, you want to keep the champion.
Alive and blocking.
Yeah, blocked. So you want to have it in the graveyard. That's the first thing. And by attacking, you are like
He's just
approaching into the seal away. You know,
because,
like
you know,
give
it's
me
just
seal away on
right
my
now,
face.
Jakub is just giving away cards for free.
Yes, exactly.
He's not valuing his permanents at all.
Yeah. And the fairy on the battlefield means, hey, I'm closing the game in very soon.
Yeah, there are some Vraska's Contempts in hand for Jakub, but I guess that's
Jakub
Wojciech will have an answer.
Yes, Jakub is misplaying the. This is
The matchup.
Yeah, the matchup. Seriously, after the sideboard, the blue-black decks should be in favor, having Duresses, Doomfalls, a lot of disruption, and Jakub is giving away this, you know.
Disadvantage,
Yes.
making it intrinsically. I think we're going to see the end of this game pretty soon. 3 disallows in the graveyard for Wojtek. Does he play? He does not. Oh, he does play Terrestrial Gearhulk. So perhaps we're gonna see some of that. Okay. Jakub chose to play a Champion of Woods instead of going straight for Vraska's Contempt. And
Plays another land.
is he going to go empty-handed?
You know, the last time that as he played the Fetid Pulse, I wouldn't play it. I would keep it in the hand and cycle it. Unless I have the Champion of Wits in the graveyard and want to go to 7 mana.
Yeah,
But he did not have that, so
I'm just baffled.
yeah.
And he doesn't block the Champion of Wits. I mean, with the Champion of Wits, for life. You know, for a blue-white control deck, that was a pretty quick clock at night.
Cast out into Champion of Wits. Wojciech, very, you know, recognizing very well the threats that Jakub is having in form of Champion of Wits, because having the Champion of Wits in the graveyard, you know, it's a dangerous, you know, card.
And he allowed Teferi to become exiled by Vraska's Contempt.
Oh, he has the. Okay, he doesn't have.
Ah,
So fast answer for the Champion of Wits. He had one Champion of Wits in the graveyard. Actually, we didn't know that.
we
so-
did. It was the one from previous turns. It was disallowed. There was something like that. No, it was the one. Never mind.
Never mind.
Never
Okay.
mind. There were two champions.
Mr.
this time.
Pirate, 1/1 Pirate,
Yes.
and
I like
a
this
big,
card, but now
big,
it's
big Gear Hulk
much.
stomps into
stumps
face.
all over.
Yeah, on the face of Pirate. So.
And the second match also finished.
Oh, very
So
fast! Wow.
That was a very quick round
quick,
for us.
quick games on the future match era.
Yeah.
The approach deck won pretty easily, I would say. Even though I was thinking that Jakub after the sideboard has the advantage, but you know some of the misplays that Jakub did cost
Came
him,
back to bite him.
Yes, cost the game. So
And perhaps the chance to win the invitation to the RPTQ.
yeah,
which we
because
are going to play tomorrow.
I mean, if they were 3-0, the Jakub is now 3-1, so it's not like the
End of the world.
Yeah, the dream is not over. He can easily win the last round and even draw the last round. I
Yeah,
guess
because
so.
after this one we are going to go into single element. Now we have one more Swiss round, and then we go to single elimination mode. So the playoff for that sweet prize of having the chance to go to the RPTQ tomorrow.
having the chance to get the 3 noble hierarchs.
Hierarchs, yes. And-
pretty sweet cards.
And a lot of our awesome accessories that were provided by our sponsors, Ultimate Guard and Magic Card Market. We have lots of sponsors all over here. Okay, we have the winner of our feature match. We're here with us, so I'm going to leave you again.
Sure.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Wojciech, congratulations
Thank you.
for your third win in the LCQ. You know, you were playing the approach deck,
Yeah.
which is getting more and more popular in the meta game. But you were playing against the blue-black mid-range. How do you feel about this matchup?
I really don't like to play against blue-black midrange.
I know. Okay. Yeah.
Game 1 is fine.
Yeah.
He has a lot of useless removal like Fatal Push, Cast Down. So game 1 is usually going to be your way, but then post sideboard
Yes, it's getting a
getting
nightmare.
very hard against
It's-
all these
it's
negates,
nightmare, yes.
Duresses, all these
Yeah.
planeswalkers.
Yes.
Threats that generate
yeah, that's
card
what,
advantage.
yeah, that was. I was saying that the mid-range deck, the blue-black, is at advantage after the sideboard, but the player was like misplaying so many times, like
mean-
attacking with the Champion of Wits into your silhouettes. That I think that you were recognizing it very well. That Champion of Wits is very important card
Yeah, yeah.
for him. So attacking into open mana and losing the Champion of Wits to be exiled, it's big mistakes in my opinion.
Mhm.
So he was like giving you the percentage turn after turn. So
Yeah,
I was really surprised that he just threw the game away.
I mean, in my opinion, the biggest thing in this match was just he got kind of screwed on lands. Obviously, if I get to play land every turn and he's stuck on 2 lands for a while, I will just have counter spells in my hand and I will counter every play. And luckily, I had the turn 2 Knight, so I could put some pressure, which usually blue-white decks can do really well. But yeah, obviously, my opponent could play better, but I think actually that game was kind of
but he was having
really hard to win for him anyway, even if he played correctly.
I mean the blue-black decks are can get from such a trouble as we have seen in this match, but
I was really worried. Because I at one point I had like 2 cards left.
Yeah, one duress, 2 duress, Doomfall, and something, and
he got Liliana or Scarab God, and I'm out of the game.
Yeah, so that's
I
what I'm saying.
Disallow, so
yeah, that's what
that
I'm
was
saying.
pretty good.
That this deck can get back into game very
really happy.
unexpectedly.
I was really happy when I saw that I drew Teferi because I needed some sort of card advantage to really pull ahead in this game, because this game was still losable if I breaked a few turns and he drew something big.
Yeah, exactly. But luckily you won, and you are now 3-0.
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1. So still, you're a contender to get to the top 8.
Possibly
I mean,
ID.
the ID in the last round, and the top 8 is yours. So let's say you win the LCQ. Do you have like the teammates here, or what's your plan for tomorrow? let's say?
I already have the team. My friend has a slot for RPTQ.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just playing kind of to prepare better for tomorrow.
Okay,
and have some more games before.
Okay, that's nice
game.
too. So you are like set for the tomorrow and
Yeah.
want to practice some. That's a good plan as well. But anyway, congratulations, and
Thank you.
you can manipulate the top 8 if you get there and having the opportunity to play anyway tomorrow. So that's
Yeah.
a very comfortable spot
Yeah, yeah.
for you. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Thank
good
you
luck.
very much. Goodbye.